Hello and welcome back to the channel. We're out here at the jump spot today. We got the Sledge. We're just gonna have some fun, listen to the sights and sounds, and have some fun driving one of my favorite, if not my favorite, RC ever. And we're just gonna have a little bash and chat about the RC hobby. And I might get rained on. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. That's right. Today we're just gonna have some fun with the Sledge. Talk about the RC hobby in general, a few things on my mind here. Just have some fun. I love doing this, just showing you like how fast I can get this Traxxas up and running. I know people hate these battery trays, but I rather enjoy it. I think it's very convenient. And no, you don't have to keep this. You can change the connectors. You can change batteries. It's a little more challenging because you got to find stuff that fits, but oh boy, it's starting to come down. Ah, nice. Like my only upgrade to the car, perfect past servo. After 2.5 or so years, the servo finally was just really slow and tired. Yeah, the one bad thing when you're recording the rain is you might get that one drop of rain on the lens and you don't know about it. Oh, golly! And it ruins like kind of most of the video. I don't get how that happened. Everybody tells me that this thing has no power. Oh, sheesh. I forgot this thing does not have a wheelie bar. It really should have. It really should have. I don't know, so why is this one of my favorite RCs? I don't know, maybe it just fits the driving that I like to do, this ground pounding really well. And maybe because it's like one of the first vehicles I got. Getting back in the hobby, I started out with the Traxxas Rustler, and then I got the Atlas 6x6 crawler, which wasn't very exciting. And then I believe it was the X-Max, and then after that I got my first Arma, the infraction, the little baby one, and then I got the felony, and then I got this. And the X-Max, yeah, has power. It's 8S. It's a fast 8S car, but it just doesn't rip through the ground like this. Ooh. Oh, no self-recovery. Always takes me a minute to get used to the Traxxas again, because the power really doesn't come on until way here, like, so when you're on it, like, look, watch, it doesn't come on. You really have to like nail it. Like, I'm used to some of the other ones that are tuned with a little more punch, and when you kick them, it's a bit more of a response. Now, turn off the TSM, as some call it. TSM, TQI, golly, everybody wanna go on about some initials. This is about my favorite scale and size RC, man. 6S, this size. I'm thinking I might have to do some tuning on this thing. No, it looks like all the tires are actually kind of ballooning. I thought maybe it's just the... God, I've ran this thing over 2.5 years, 3 years now. I've not been into it. But I'm thinking part of my issue here is it sounds like that center diff is run about dry. Because it's not... It sounds like that diff is just spinning. So I debate about making its own video. Maybe I will, because maybe people won't watch this and hear about it, or tune in for it. But I am beyond pissed off with Arma right now with their 223S stuff. I emailed the president of Arma. I have not heard back from him. I have in the past. I don't think they're too happy with me telling them that it's inexcusable, but they have not issued a fix. Damn it. For the 223S. All they have to do is a simple software upgrade to allow us to lower the LVC to 3.2, and that should fix it. I spent my own money, my own time, and I'm not a big corporation like they are. Put an 85 amp ESC in the Big Rock. Ran it at 3.4, and I had the same shutdown issues. I lowered it to 3.2, and it didn't shut down. But then I put a BL120, 120 amp ESC from Hobby Wing in there, set the LVC to 3.4, and there was no issues. Why is that? Because the 120 doesn't work that hard to power something that heavy. They undersized the ESC. I can't fathom why they went from 100 amp ESC to an 80. And now they're just like, F you. You bought it, you deal with it. Oh well, it's your problem. I don't think that's right. They need to. There just probably need to be a class action lawsuit against them, because they know the issue exists. Tom Lee proved that because they asked for his car back. And they said, oh, we didn't see any issues. And then he gets it, he drives it again, and he still has the problem. Boy, these tires I think are a little old and floppy. Now I know somebody might say something about like the tuning and all that on this thing, but ooh, I don't have this car tuned for jumping. I just figured this would be a fun place to come out here and run it. Wow, that front tire is just way, way, way out of balance. I think the new Sledge had belted tires. Might have to look into that. Oh, I do enjoy this car. But yeah, man, Arma, they put out a known defective product. Now, some people, it seems like the smaller cars, like the Vortex and stuff like that, don't have as much of a problem. Like our friend Aaron at Great Lakes RC, his he hasn't had any issues with his, but Tom Lee did. But it seems a majority of the people that had the Big Rock are having the issue. Now the Big Rock is a tremendously heavier vehicle, and I even took, whoa, I took the ESC out of the Big Rock that shut down. I put in my Team Associated MT10, and I had 0 shutdowns. But it's a much lighter vehicle. Ooh, thank you. So it's not that the ESC is defective or kind of bad. It's just too small for what they put in, and that is why it is sagging the battery so bad to try to keep it going. Now I know some people saying that the LVC was set high at 3.7, 3.8 or something like that. You can't take the battery out of the car like it is now, walk over there, take it out and read it. You got to measure it under load. So that's what I even got from Horizon, was that if it reads below 3.4 for like 2 seconds, I think it was, it'll shut down. And that was what was happening. So a simple software fix would issue. And I also mentioned to him, I was like, you know what, you guys will just like really let us down here. you released the new big, a couple years ago when the Big Rock came out in the Creighton and it had that glitch. Well, why did you sell us a car that the programmer wasn't ready to talk to? Because that's kind of, to me, now correct me if I'm wrong. One of the issues most people have with the Traxxas is the lack of programming, right? With the factory ESC, you can do some programming here via the Bluetooth module, but we can't adjust punch, we can't adjust the BEC circuitry, the output of the voltage, stuff like that. We can't do that. Oh no. Oh, look at that big hole. Guys, man, links down below if you care to make a donation to the channel. I can buy a new body. I got PayPal. Also my Amazon store. You don't even have to, you can shop all my RC stuff that's in the store, or if you just want to go buy whatever it is that you need, start at my homepage and I get credit for that. If you want to buy one of these through AMAIN, have at it. I'll leave a link for the Sledge. It's a great car. Now to me, I know people come with all the stuff that it needs. To me, I think the only thing you're really going to need is this bumper right here by RPM. I know people complain that the servo is slow, but if it's sitting still, it doesn't matter. Whenever you drive it, it's responsive and it goes where you want it to, then that's fine. Like I said, but I got the perfect pass in here now. It's just because, what, 3 years? The factory one just kind of got weak. I noticed the car wouldn't hold the lines anymore, just, oh wow. I think we're in LVC, man. This is deep grasses. Plus, my Traxxas batteries are getting way old. They're getting way old. They definitely don't have the runtime they used to. That's unfortunate. But yeah, this grass is kind of killing it too. Yeah, man, damn, that thing's... Now, Traxxas's LVC is a little different than most. It cuts it down to, I think, about maybe like 60% for a little bit. And then it cuts it down to like 20. I'm not sure the exact numbers, don't quote me, but it's kind of a two-stage where most cars just kind of slow down to 10% and give you 10 seconds and die. The Traxxas at least gives you enough time. Oh, I was just about to say to get back to the car, but no, it didn't. Oh, come on, Sledgy, you did that to me. I knew something was off because one battery took way longer to charge than the other, and I started them both at the same time, and they used to click at the same exact time. So, whew, man, these Traxxas batteries are expensive. Good packs, though. I won't complain about that. They are good packs. But, Arrma, man, I'm just really disappointed. I even told them that too, like when they came out the 223S. The software to make their flagship transmitter, the IXSR, should have been available day one to talk to that car. So I complained to the president of Horizon. I guess he wasn't too happy with that because I haven't heard from him. Like I said, I've had issues before. I talked to him. They've actually responded. I also had another contact in Horizon. Guess they just done with me. Now, I don't care. If I never get free stuff from them, so be it. That sucks. But my concern, my priority is to the people. And it really sucks. And I even called them out. I said, why is it that the creators that you sent this free stuff to never pointed these issues out? And it's only those of us that paid the money for this have the issues. I don't want to hear anything about, oh, well, they got something early and maybe the defect's on something later on, or whatever happened. You have bad batteries. Whatever the excuses, some of them. I just don't buy the fact that some of them had zero issues. Maybe some slight chance. I just don't see how. There's so many people. Even you got somebody that's well versed in the hobby like Tom Lee has the issue, but he didn't get his car for free. So I don't know, guys. What do you think? I mean, do you think the paid creators? I mean, granted, I'm at that point now that I am getting a few things for free to review. But my concern, you know, I'm always going to keep it honest to everybody. If it costs me a sponsorship and getting free stuff, so be it. It sucks because, you know, like, now I've gotten the opportunity to have stuff before release, and that's really cool because I'll be one of those channels that on the day it's released, I'll have that video. That's something that, you know, is above and beyond, to me, way cooler than getting something for free. Is like something pre-release, getting your hands on it before everybody else, having some time with it. That to me is a great honor, and I do appreciate that company that gave me that chance, and I can't mention who they are. You guys will find out when they let's release it. But man, guys, yeah, I know I'm running a Traxxas, but and this wasn't the intent of my video, but I started thinking about today. That's like, just Arrma's just really got me kind of angry with the they've just blown us off. Not just me. I'm talking everybody. I contacted Arrma for everybody out there with the 223S problem. Like, when is software going to be available for the update? Are you ever going to update? Do you even care? And no response. So obviously Arrma's just, we're on our own. Buy a car, and you know, people, I bought the Mini XRT and everybody's complaining about a cheap fan. I'm more concerned about the ESC that doesn't work. Because don't forget, the 223S is a 2-in-1. So if you want to replace the ESC, you're also going to have to throw in a receiver. And depending on what radio system you have, that could get up there. So guys, yeah, I'm trying to fight for everybody in the hobby, because I mean, I think it's just the wrong that needs to be righted. There is an issue with that stuff. Let us make the decision. If we want to deal with 3.4 shutoff, let it be. We can handle 3.2. All the other ESCs that Arrma and everybody else offer, we can lower the LVC to 3 volts if we want. I understand, you know, it's there to protect the battery, but let us make the decision for ourselves, man. We're grown people, I think, for the most part. Let us decide, man. Oh, guys, I think we dodged the rain. There's definitely more coming. Something brewing in the Gulf, and it's heading this way. So, try to get a few video shots so I got some constant content for you. And like I said, guys, it's not complaining, man. Some people are like, oh, complaining, whining, or whatever. It's not. A negative's a negative. You know, if you want to call it a complaint, fine, do whatever, man. But I can't say something 100% positive about everything. If something doesn't work right, or if something, a company doesn't perform the way I feel like it should, you know, what do you want? I said, it's not only for me. I'm trying to stand up for everybody, and like, I did the groundwork. Bought another ESC. I bought 2 ESCs to put in that damn car. That 223S Big Rock. But I got something else planned. I'm working with another company. I should be getting something else for that. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. We're going to see if we can't get that thing to work with the current ESC. So we shall see. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed Chat and Bash. I think that's what I'm going to call these now, Chat and Bash. I don't want to be negative, but for this time out, Arrma just really, and I think people can agree that if we have a product that's not working properly, they should either recall it, do a software update. I mean, how hard would it be to push a software update to let us just change the LVC? It couldn't be that hard, right? I don't think. Well, everyone, maybe we'll get it fixed, but I don't think we're going to anytime soon. So if you have one, the only I recommend is just call Arrma, tell them the ESC is defective, and let them send you a new one. Maybe when they mail out enough brand new ESCs to people, they'll be like, damn it, we need to come up with a cure. Maybe. All right, everyone, appreciate the support. Links down below where you can buy this, discount codes, all that good stuff. Check it out. I have all kinds of things for you. You know, now I'm working with Hobby King and a few other great companies that are down there, so check it out. All right, everyone, appreciate the support. Thanks for watching. See you next.